7:37 is the time here on Radio Christian Voice. Thank you so much for tuning in to your number one FM. And it's time for the Smart Money Show. Joining us in the studio today, we have Ingrid from Cavmont Bank. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. Chalwe, how are you?
Very, very well.
Great.
And today we are talking about something. I think this is a question that we might have, we've never really asked, but it's an important question. Why is it important to have a bank account?
Yes.
And that's what we'll be discussing
That's what we're
today.
talking about today. Today, actually, this is what I call, you know how you always talk about finance 101, English 101, that kind of thing? This I'm calling banking 100.
Okay. not idiot's guide.
No.
I mean, you will find those. Haven't you come across books like Idiot's Guide? It just talks about basic level stuff.
Yes.
Things, which is important.
Yes,
obviously,
it's important for us to know some of these things, right?
Yeah.
So today we're going back to basics in banking, and we're talking about just the bank account.
Okay.
Why is it? What is a bank account, and why is it important for you to have a bank account? And what should you do? When you're getting your bank account,
Which is a very important question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you may think, I don't need one, but you find that in today's world, you actually do need one, and I'm going to share why you need one.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with a bank account. What is it?
All right.
So this is a financial account.
Okay.
So a bank account is a financial account which stores money for the customer. Okay. In general, there are two types of bank accounts. You've got your savings account and you have your transactional account. And the transactional account is the one which is like the checking account.
Okay.
And then obviously the savings account is the savings account.
Right.
So the transactional account or the transaction account, that's the one that allows the customer to freely and immediately access their money. So when you put the money in the account, you're taking your money, you make your deposit. If 2 hours later you decide that you need access to that money, you can get it out. It's not a problem.
Great.
Right. Okay.
So it allows you to make cash withdrawals through the automated teller machine, which is an ATM, or through electric funds transfer, which is EFT, through computers. Okay. And nowadays you can even do the EFT through your phones as well, through mobile banking.
Mobile banking.
Yeah, all of these things which have come up. Okay. So a transaction account, which is your check account, is best suited for everyday use. Okay. In most cases, a customer will open a savings account along a transaction account. Okay. Because the savings account usually will come with different conditions. On Monday, when I was talking about the fees on accounts that you may have, I talked about maybe not being able to access your money as often as you want when you have a savings account. Right. Some of them will come with conditions. Okay, like there's one account before, now we've tweaked it at Cavmont, which would only allow you to withdraw 4 times in a month. Thereafter, you'd attract a fee. So generally, savings account will come with some conditions because they want to make it harder for you. Yeah, because I mean the idea is that you're saving.
Exactly. So you're putting more than you are taking out.
So you shouldn't be able to just walk in anyhow and get your funds.
Oh yeah, your funds.
Yes, your funds.
Helping you with the discipline, obviously. So that's
exactly.
Okay.
So unlike the transaction account, a savings account will allow the customer to earn interest also on the account balance. So first of all, it's a little bit harder for you to get to have access to it, and then you're also able to earn interest. Of course, the interests vary depending on the type of account that you have, and maybe even the banking institution that you're banking with. So what you need to do is to shop around. We talked about shopping around on Monday.
That's right.
So you shop around to find an account and an institution that best suits your needs. Because before that, you will have tabulated to say, these are my needs, this is why I need a bank, this is why I need a bank account. Then you do your shopping around and then you find the one which is best suited for you.
Right.
So in return, excuse me, my throat again is starting today. Banks do not often allow you to have frequent access and immediate access to the money in the savings account because, you're saving and you're earning interest. So you only earn interest for the length of time that you keep the money in the account. So if tomorrow, for example, you go and get out the money, the balance will reduce. So the interest that you're going to earn will obviously become reduced as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as such, if you have a transaction account and a savings account, you should make sure that you have enough balance in either account. So if you have, if you want to use your transaction account a lot, make sure you have enough cash available in it, because you don't want to start transferring from your savings account and then suffering penalties or reducing on your income that you will earn in the future from the interest that will be paid out on it. So now the question is, why should you have a bank account?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why should
So
I
it's
have
certainly possible to store
Why
your...
can't I just store my money under my
home?
mattress?
Yes.
For me, Ines is in the kwan. That's why.
That's why you can't put it in the mattress. Yeah, and you have a thick mattress, right?
Yeah, and I have a thick mattress. It's too small.
Okay.
Well, you know, looking at it from a practical, I mean, I can give an experience I had once. We had a family event we were planning for, and you know how it is where you're collecting funds from people, collecting donations. So that particular day we had a meeting, and I was the treasurer.
Right.
And it was a weekend, so I actually had no access to my account. And so I couldn't deposit the money. So I took the money home with. Okay. And then the next day, Sunday, I went to church, and I didn't take it as tithe. But I thought to myself, look, if I have this money in my handbag, I just might spend it, you know, and tell myself I'll replace it tomorrow. Okay, and then land myself in other problems. So I thought, let me keep it at home. Yes, so I left it at home. And guess what happened? We came back from church, and somebody had been shopping in my house. Yeah. So you know they'd broken in.
Somebody had been shopping.
Yes, in my house.
Oh wow. That's
you know.
Okay.
So they broke in, and the cash was gone. So that's the danger, Cholwe, of not keeping your money under your mattress. If you keep it at home, the security will be compromised.
That's
so
right.
security is very, very important, and it's an important reason why people store money in bank accounts, because there your money will not be stolen.
That's right.
And should something happen, which shouldn't really, but you know how it is. If something should happen, at least your money, because
you're
the
not
bank you're not responsible for its loss.
For its loss at that point.
Yes. So and you will be reimbursed. You will get your money back. So your money is secure in the bank. So it's very, very important that you keep it in a bank account, because at home, like we've said, keeping physical cash at home is not safe, since your home is exposed to the risk of burglary, to the risk of natural disasters like floods and accidents such as fires. Yes, and I'm not sure how it works if your home is insured, if it actually would relate to the cash in the house as well. Because I think it probably would relate to property, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you might actually lose your millions,
that's
if you
true.
keep them at home.
And
it's also unwise to keep your money underground. So please do not bury your money, because you think, okay, mattress, they'll you know, it will burn down, but nyenda kushanga. Exactly. True. So the moisture and the air will most likely decompose your money. So you don't want to do that. Yes. So when you deposit your money in your account, the bank will store your money in their secured vaults. So you need a lot. Okay, I won't even say what I was about to say, because I just might give someone ideas.
Security conscious.
Yes. I just realized. No. Yeah. So aside from that, of course, you're also able to store your money, a large sum of money, and to transfer.
Right.
So if you need to send money to me, you need to make a payment, you can just transfer the money to me, as opposed to you having to lug it around from your house to my house and actually risk someone waylaying you along the way and stealing from you.
And I think more and more people transferring money without actually having to hold it in their hands.
Yes,
isn't it?
yes, yeah.
I mean, it's part of the reason we have the *231#
Yes.
Exactly,
mobile
exactly.
platform with
Exactly.
Cavmont, and then that can help you to do some of those
transfer
transactions.
some of those payments.
Yeah.
You also have the Cavmont
Yes.
that allows you to do electronic funds transfer as well.
Mhm.
So you don't, and it allows you actually to transfer large sums of money.
Yeah.
Because Bank of Zambia is also has actually introduced the item value limit.
Mm.
They're only allowed to transfer so much money,
yeah.
via check, like 25,000 is the limit, right?
Yeah.
Because they also want to encourage you to use electronic funds transfer methods of payment, because it's more secure.
Exactly.
Than because even your check, somebody could actually forge your signature. And if they write out a big amount, I mean, your loss could be just 25,000 as opposed to 100,000, which it was before.
Exactly.
Great,
Right.
Ingrid. Let's take a break, and we can come and finish up the
off
other
after the
points
break.
later.
Sure.
Do join us if you are listening to us. You can actually join us live on our Facebook page, Cavmont Bank, and you'll be able to see what's going on. Dario with the wonderful women of this world in the studio. So we take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The time now is 7:50 here on Radio Christian Voice. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate that you are with us.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And remember, you can actually catch us live on Facebook. And also, this is very important. We're going to talk about it at the end as well.
Yes.
On YouTube, you can go to our YouTube channel, Cavmont Bank. Subscribe. I almost said like it. Yeah, subscribe, and you'll be able to see the videos most of the times and what's going on in the studio today. Let's continue with the points that you were giving us concerning bank accounts.
Yeah, so we've just finished talking about security, how you need to keep your money in the bank because of security in your account. Yes, we don't want you keeping the money at home or burying it, thinking it's going to grow. It's just going to rot.
Yeah.
And this is the time where
it will lose value,
Definitely.
Lose value.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next point now is convenience.
Okay.
We want to keep the money in the bank for the major benefit of convenience. When my money is in the bank, I can go anywhere in the world, as long as I have internet banking, as long as I have my Visa card, I can have access to my funds.
Right.
I don't have to run back home and say, oh my goodness, I need to go and get cash because I need to make a payment. If I'm traveling out of the country, I don't have to go out with stashes of foreign currency,
I mean, especially I don't know if you also love to buy shoes, but we do know somebody that loves to buy shoes.
I love to buy perfume.
So you don't have to carry a whole chunk of cash to go do your shopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So first, the security, the convenience. So when you have your bank account, you have access to your physical cash.
Yeah.
As long as there's a branch, for example, if there's a branch where you're at, or if there's no branch, if there's an ATM, you can just go to the ATM, put in your Visa card, put in your PIN number, make sure nobody's standing around close to you, or hide it. Can put your hand over the PIN pad and get your money and have access to your money.
Right.
You can also pay for goods.
Okay.
If you love to shop online, okay, you don't have to travel
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time. Now there's so many websites with all these goods. So you just go to a website and when you come to making your payment, you put in your bank details and you pay. But of course you have to be careful, because some of these sites, cannot be secure, are not secure. So you have to make sure that the site that you're going to is a secure site. Now, what you find with Cavmont Bank, sometimes when you're trying to make your payments, you may actually get frustrated.
Okay.
But this is a good frustration. It's for your security, yes. Sites which are deemed not to be very secure, our card will not work.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Oh,
so
okay.
it will not work. So before you get angry and think there's something wrong with the card, In fact, a lot of the times we found with some of our customers, when they come in and they say, look, I'm trying to make payment and I can't manage to do that, we find that it's a not very secure site and our card will not, give access.
So
to our
it's
account.
in the end, it's for the good of the
It's
customer.
for your good.
Yeah.
It's for the security of your money, because we don't, because a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
And also now it's getting into the festive season.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
People will do
Yeah.
shopping on your card. The other thing that I think you've mentioned even in the past, Ingrid, I don't know if it's still a set rule, is that if you're going to travel
Yes.
out with your card, you must inform.
You must inform us,
the bank,
yes,
so
so
that they
that we
know that
know.
you do transactions
Exactly,
outside the
exactly.
region.
Yes,
That's
it's very
right.
important. And also because, if we don't know you, when I say we don't know you, like if you're not a person who regularly comes in or somebody who actually goes out a lot of the country,
Yeah.
and suddenly we see funny transactions, we might actually block your card for you.
Yeah.
And so if you haven't warned us, I mean, that would be a very frustrating occurrence for you when you're outside the
Yeah,
country. So it's
yeah.
best that you come in. If you're going to do a lot of shopping, you might want to even raise
The
the limit on your
That's true.
card, because I think the limits normally for most people is like 5,000 or 10,000 a day. But if you're going to do big spending, buy lots of big things,
Yeah.
you obviously will need a bigger limit or a higher
Yeah.
limit. So you should let us know, and we'd rather you do it in person
Yeah.
while you're in the country. We don't want
Okay.
to start receiving phone calls, because maybe that person who knows you and knows your voice
Yeah.
may not be in the bank.
Okay.
And
Or
yes,
the bank
yeah.
might not know the voice of the customer.
That's what I'm saying. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like if you know Ingrid, that day that you're calling from China or Dubai,
Yeah.
Ingrid may not be in the office,
Exactly.
and
I might not get the
the
assistance.
branch manager
that-
might say, "I'm sorry, we don't know you, so
Yeah.
we cannot assist you that way."
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
know what?
you
I'll,
have to
I'll
make
make
sure.
sure because I love
When
to
you're
increase
traveling.
the limits a lot. I'm in the habit of increasing
Oh,
the
wow,
limit on your
Dario,
account. I don't know if
come and make
that
a permanent.
Unlimited spending.
Yeah, these are imaginations of what I'll be
It's
doing.
good to have
someday.
an
It's
active
good.
imagination
But it
and
looks
to
like
visualize. It's really working well.
Today he's really on that tip of just wanting to
Yeah,
brag about
money,
it.
money.
Okay.
So our next point after convenience is earning interest.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, another important reason. Okay, and banking 100. You notice that every year, for example, price of many goods and services they rise.
Of course.
Sometimes gradually, and sometimes when you live in Zambia, sharply.
Exponentially.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
So you may find that today, let's say a bag of Milli Meal is 20 kwacha. In a few months' time, it's 30 kwacha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a bit of a sharp rise, but just for this example. So, and that effect, the economic effect of prices rising like that, is called inflation. Okay? This may not be a very accurate definition, but remember this is banking 100, so
Right.
we're allowed
Basics,
to make
keeping
mistakes.
things
Yeah,
simple.
yeah. So back to
Right.
basics.
Okay.
So as more money is required to purchase the same good or service due to inflation, the value of that money falls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're having to spend more to
More.
buy the same amount of items that you were buying before.
Right.
So if you have a savings account which is earning you interest, this can help you. This can help
It
to
mitigates,
protect,
isn't it?
to protect you a little bit from
The
from the
value.
inflation and the declining
Yeah.
value of your money.
Right.
Because you're keeping your money in the bank,
Yeah.
and if you keep it for a longer period, the interest will also be higher.
Yeah.
So that will give you a little bit more kwachas. So that when you go out there, when you go to the ATM or you're swiping on a point of sale, you have a little bit more money to buy your bag of Milli Meal for your
Yeah.
home, regardless of what the price is.
Yeah, I know that when I loved school, we'll talk
When I
about
loved school.
we'll talk about the time value of money, and
Yes.
obviously that 100 kwacha today it won't buy the same things in a year's time.
Exactly.
Because of that. So you
Yes,
might say,
yeah.
I have 100 kwacha,
And I'll keep
but
it in my
it
mattress.
has actually lost value
Value
over
by
a
the end
period
of
of
the
time.
year, yeah.
But when you
Exactly.
have it, like you've said, in a bank, it mitigates. You are earning interest and
Interest, yeah.
cushioning that kind of loss that you might not be aware is
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Exactly.
And then you see also when you've got those simple savings accounts, but let's say you have a lot of money, like if you've retired and you've got your payout,
Yeah.
you can actually keep that money not just in your savings account, you can actually open a term deposit for a longer period. And there the interest rates are negotiable depending on the amount of money that you're going to put away. And so you get a higher interest rate. You know, so you can
Right.
go into the branch and speak to your manager, to your investment officer, who will give you advice and the best account that can work for you in terms of that.
Okay.
And then finally, before we
Finally,
go, if I'm
yes.
watching the time.
I was
yes.
going to say, quickly, Rafa.
Yes. So having a bank account allows you to better manage your savings and also your spending habits.
Right.
If you have a transaction account and a savings account, my transaction account is where I'm going to pay for my bills and all those kind of things. Now, one of the things on my budget should be my savings, and my savings should not be after I've paid everything. It should be actually be at the top.
Okay.
So as soon as I get my salary, if it's 100 kwacha, immediately I transfer my 100 kwacha into my savings account, and it's gone there, and it's going to be kept for me. So that will help me. If I do that every month, eventually the habit becomes ingrained.
Yeah.
And when you have your children, please begin to teach them the habit of saving.
Right.
I mean, I've talked about how I keep struggling with Dumisani because you give him money to save, he goes and buys a lollipop.
And
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then regular, when you have the account as well, you have regular bank statements coming to you, so you'll be able to see your money grow, and you become encouraged, and you become motivated because you can see your money actually growing.
Okay.
So please have your bank accounts.
All right, we've got to wrap up at this point,
Yes.
heading to the top of the hour. Thank you so much for joining us. We are glad you tuned into Radio Christian Voice. Remember, you can catch us on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Cavmont Bank. In case you've missed anything, go to the YouTube channel and make sure that you catch up on what you have missed. Cholwe, we have to head to the top of the hour, but we'll keep
Yes.
chatting a little bit with those that are on Facebook. We'll get to
Okay.
their messages and see what's going on. Stay tuned.
The news comes on with Bibian right about now. Stay tuned.
So
Answer
we've
their
got
questions.
Doreen. Hi, Doreen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Cavmont Bank. I'm not sure who Cavmont Bank is today because I'm
The
here.
entire bank is kind of like seated.
We've got
Can't
Udia.
beat you one.
Udia is from Mufumbwe. Our Mufumbwe branch is online. Great.
Okay, nice.
And then Thea Williams Simfukwe. Morning. Do you update all information of your website so that I read all that I missed on the program? Yes. As soon as we get off offline, we go off being live. Dario is going to help us by posting the video, so you can go back. Yeah.
So you can go back.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. We will see you on Friday. God bless you. Tune in.
Goodbye.